is a town like no other because it has the distinction of calling itself the only town in Pennsylvania. It got this slogan because it is claimed to be incorporated. Incorporated means that Bloomsburg, the town, is a business. This means that the government works a little different in Bloomsburg. I interviewed former mayor of Bloomsburg, Dan Knorr, and here he is to explain.
I knew about the structure of Bloomsburg, and I knew it differed from, what most communities our size in Pennsylvania are boroughs. Once you get a little larger, then you get into a city, and there's several classes of cities. But, generally in Pennsylvania, you have townships at the lowest level, then boroughs, and then cities. And we're the oddity, as a town. And there aren't a lot of huge differences, but yeah, the main difference is in a borough, the mayor position really only oversees the police. It's, the idea that you have civilian control of the police department, and the mayor also serves in ceremonial roles. And then you have a separate individual that is the president of borough council. In the town of Bloomsburg, that is combined into one position. So the mayor is also the president of council. The mayor votes on everything, not just to break ties. The mayor leads the council meetings, largely sets the agenda, and still has the ceremonial role and still oversees the police department, but does a lot more than a mayor in a borough would do. So those are the big differences. For me, it didn't. I lived in Bloomsburg, so it didn't really affect my decision to run. I was just really interested in running for local office here where I lived. But I think as mayor, it made it easier for me because, you didn't have, sometimes in a borough, and I worked for Danville Borough for 2.5 years between being mayor and my position here. So I got to see it from their end too. I think it made it easier for me because I got to be kind of one person overseeing everything and not have that split up between myself and somebody else.
Along with the explanation of the town's government, I wanted to know if Dan Knorr thought Bloomsburg is the only town in Pennsylvania was a good slogan. Here are his thoughts.
To my knowledge, nobody's ever really studied it too much. I was never really convinced it did. And I wasn't a huge fan of it as our motto. It just sounds terrible to say, but I think if I had said I want to change this, they probably would have run me out. But I always kind of question that, because I think if anything, people don't know what that means. Well, what do you mean you're the only town in Bloomsburg? It doesn't, to me, a good marketing logo or campaign tells you something, or it interests you.
After hearing Dan Knorr say that he does not think the town generates business due to the slogan, I wanted to hear from a small business owner myself. So I asked Marlene Butters, local restaurant owner, where she generates most of her business.
I feel a lot of our business comes from the university. Not just students, but faculty and staff on the campus, a lot of parents and alumni that come up to visit the campus during different events or just when they miss their kids and want to see them and, take them out to eat. The BTE, when that has plays going on weekends, definitely brings a lot of people from the outside, into town to see the different businesses here and our business as well, and they tend to make a night of it.
This is Maureen Maurer reporting to you live. Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania's only town.